Do you find yourself exhausted despite doing everything right on your healing journey? Perhaps you've tried it all: meditation, journaling, therapy, yet this deep rest that you want remains elusive. There's still an undercurrent of tension, of quiet vigilance that never quite lets go, even in your most peaceful moments. I see you, and today I want to share something different. It's not another technique, it's an invitation to unravel, to remember what it feels like when your nervous system knows it's safe. This is Yoga Nidra, a practice of conscious dreaming that speaks directly to the wisdom of your body. Let's explore how this ancient technique creates space for healing to happen naturally, without forcing or efforting. My name is Leah Smith, and I'm a somatic psychotherapist, and I feel passionate about helping people connect with the wisdom that lives in the body. Yoga Nidra translates to yogic sleep, though you're not actually sleeping. Instead, you're resting in that delicate threshold between wakefulness and dreaming, fully present yet deeply relaxed. In this liminal space, something remarkable happens. The analytical mind softens its grip, and we access this hypnagogic state, that fertile terrain where the subconscious becomes more available. Unlike conventional meditation, where you're often working to maintain focus, Yoga Nidra invites you to surrender completely. Your only job is to receive. And for a nervous system that's been shaped by stress, overwhelm, or trauma, this receptive state is profoundly healing. It's a radical permission to just be without fixing, striving, or performing. Through the lens of somatic experiencing, a trauma-informed approach to processing traumatic events that live in the body, we understand that trauma and stress aren't just mental experiences. They live in our tissues, in our breath patterns, in our subtle movements. Yoga Nidra works because it addresses healing at this physiological level. As you're guided through systemic relaxation, your nervous system naturally shifts from sympathetic dominance, the vigilant protective state, into parasympathetic regulation, where restoration naturally occurs. It's not intellectual, it's biochemical, it's cellular, it's embodied. In this parasympathetic state, the body feels witnessed, and when the body is compassionately witnessed, it can finally release what it's been holding. Tension patterns, emotional residue, protective responses that once served you but now constrain you. Remember, healing isn't something you do to yourself. It's something you allow to happen through yourself. Yoga Nidra creates the optimal conditions for that allowing. What makes Yoga Nidra uniquely powerful is how it engages with the dreaming dimension of consciousness while maintaining awareness. As you rest in this practice, images may arise, sensations may intensify or dissolve, memories might surface, but unlike regular dreaming or even daydreaming, you remain the witnessing presence to all of it. The witnessing quality creates safety. Nothing overwhelms you because you're not identified with any particular experience. You're the spaciousness that holds it all. From a trauma-informed perspective, this matters deeply. You're not re-experiencing difficult material. You're creating new neural pathways of being with experience. You're expanding your capacity to hold complexity without collapsing or dissociating. It's a process of remembering that the life force energy in the body actually knows how to heal you, and it's your job to allow yourself to receive its healing. Yoga Nidra teaches us that we can feel safe and we can still learn how to be safe. We can remember this and we can remain present. We're larger than what has happened to us. Within the Yoga Nidra tradition, we work with something called a sankalpa, a heart-centered intention planted like a seed during practice. Unlike conventional affirmations that often stay surface level, a sankalpa is offered when the mind is receptive and the body is open. It bypasses the critical mind and it lands in deeper soil. Your sankalpa might be simple. My body knows how to heal. I trust my inner wisdom. I'm held even when I feel alone. When spoken at the beginning and at the end of your practice, while you're in this receptive state, these words become more than just concepts. They become somatic imprints, felt experiences that your nervous system begins to recognize as truth, which means it begins to live in your tissues, not just as an idea in your head. This isn't magical thinking. It's neuroplasticity in action, creating new pathways of possibility through embodied experience rather than intellectual force. I'd like to share a powerful personal experience that I had with Yoga Nidra. I suffer from migraines, and when I was a student in a Yoga Nidra training, I developed a migraine on the last day. And as I was being guided through a Yoga Nidra meditation, I began dropping into these deeper states of relaxation. And from this place of witnessing and relaxation, I was able to observe the pain in my head while also feeling totally at peace and calm in my body. The sankalpa that landed for me during this experience was, I can experience pain and suffering, and I can also be calm and peaceful. This was truly a revelation. I saw my migraines and how they've been a guide to me, and how this discomfort has actually been a catalyst for so much growth, so much empowerment and healing in my life is because of my migraines. And I just felt gratitude. This is the power of Yoga Nidra. If conventional approaches to healing have left you feeling like you're still missing something essential, consider this an invitation to a different path, one of receptivity rather than striving. Yoga Nidra doesn't ask you to transform yourself. It simply creates the conditions where transformation happens naturally from the inside out. In my upcoming videos, I'll guide you through a complete Yoga Nidra practice designed specifically for nervous system regulation, anxiety reduction, and somatic healing. And until then, I invite you to ask yourself, what would it feel like to truly rest? Not to escape or disconnect, but to rest so deeply that you remember who you are beneath the layers of doing, achieving, and surviving. That remembering is already within you. And sometimes the most profound healing happens not when we reach for something new, but when we allow ourselves to receive what has always been there. I want to encourage you to find a somatic healer or therapist who can help you feel the safety of being with yourself again. You deserve support. You deserve rest. You deserve to belong. Not for what you do, but for who you are. If this resonated, please like and subscribe. My next video will be a Yoga Nidra meditation, which means I will take you on a mindfulness journey that will help your body learn how to rewire for letting go of the bracing, the efforting, and instead embrace compassionate resting. If this video resonated, you won't want to miss that video. In the meantime, you might also want to check out my video on how to recover from burnout. And if you live in California and are looking for support, check out my website. I have associates currently accepting new clients, and you can also sign up for my newsletter for updates on my upcoming workshop, where I'll be teaching my core connection approach. It's a somatic path to healing, rest, and reconnection. Sending you so much love. Thank you for being here. Until next time, I want you to know that you are worthy of rest exactly as you are.